Obviously got the fuel in the back here. Just adds fuel to the fire, doesn't it? Probably KTM probably went, yeah, let's put it at the back. Bigger wheelies then, innit? If I don't get arrested this year, I'll be very surprised, because this is our long-termer, the SMC R. So you join us in the lovely delights of midsummer Norton on a wonderfully sunny April day. It's a bit fresh, mine. Cool. And the eagle-eyed amongst you will spot that we've just done 28 miles. She's box fresh. And I love KTM's official running protocol. So it's first gear, it says you can't do any more than 30 miles an hour. Second gear, you can't do any more than 45 miles an hour. Third gear, you can't do any more than 55 miles an hour, and so on until sixth gear, where it says you can't do any more than 100 miles an hour. So we've got a bit of leeway there. We've got a bit of leeway for fun. You know, it's not saying don't go fast. The basic crux of those numbers mean that we can't rev the tits off it. So it's probably not a bad thing. So yeah, this is going to be a year with the 690 SMC R. So I'm on the way to Lyme, Regis for because it's half term. I'm going to spend a bit of time down there with the family, have some quality family time. And this road here from the A303 to Crewkern and then Crewkern to Lyme, Regis, I mean, my Southwest babbies will know how good this road is if you've ridden it. I think it's the aerial test track as well. It used to be the aerial test track before this bloody 50 mile an hour shiteness got up. And now that's the point actually. My wife just texted me saying that she's seen there's some feds about, there's some feds ahead, so I've got to be a little bit mindful of that. But yeah, so back to the KTM. I mean, this is it's not the most versatile, shall we say. You know, it is a slightly diluted supermoto. It does have road manners. It does tour. Well, I say tour. You can do 80 miles an hour easily without being uncomfortable. And I've been in the saddle now for about an hour, and my my arse is in tatters. But it's a nice long seat. You can move around, which allows the piles to, you know, move around with you if you suffer from hemorrhoids. But it's just a fun bike. I mean, it couldn't be my only bike, but you know, this kind of road, and as long as you're not doing too many motorway miles or long dual carriageways, you will have fun on this bike. You've got no choice but to giggle. You know, some will find the single pot life a bit agricultural, and I can understand why if you come off a nice fluffy 4-pot or even a twin to some extent. But you know, this is refinement. This is the closest thing you'll get to the ultimate refinement of a single cylinder engine. It gets a bit chugger-lugger at the bottom if you've never experienced that, but that can't be helped. That's the nature of one massive piston thrusting up and down, so deal with it. So for those of you who missed the launch, it's got enough toys. We've got TC, which you can disable. We've got ABS, which you can disable down there. I mean, going back to the running in thing, the reason they give you miles an hour obviously is there's no dash, there's no oh my god, there's no Rev Counter. So yeah, and this is, you know, they've decided to put the enduro style clocks on, which, you know, it's minimal and serves a purpose to an extent, but it's still a bit cheap, as is the switchgear here. But that's, you know, those little things really are this bike's only downfall. I mean, I haven't had any problems with the gearbox yet, and then I know that you can, this LC4 motor, you can get a few issues with false neutrals, but so far so good actually. And to be fair, this blipper and shifter is far nicer than the bike I tried on the launch. So nice. There's a really sort of pronounced blip that I didn't have on the launch. I mean, it was, yes, you had a blip, but it wasn't as pronounced as this. So, and also, actually worth pointing out, this little TC and mode buttons, that is being replaced in the first service, because apparently they figured that it's not a recall as such, but there's nicer instruments, there's a nicer cluster to put there. So yeah. But yeah, 620 miles, so I've got another 600 miles to go before the first service. So let's put some miles on the old girl. And I know that I was, well, we've been very guilty of not using our long-termers to the full extent, because just purely because of time, really. I know I don't really have that much of a commute. I know Chris does, but he's just a lazy twat. But we need to do, or we will do more with our long termers this year. Still got the Jixer, which we'll give you a video soon. Yeah, welcome to Crewkern. Oh, got the burps. Welcome to Crewkern. It is a rude, big thumping single cylinder, and you want to hear it. And I think it's not a bad sound, to be fair, but there's definitely going to be a system, or can being put on here, that's for sure. You know, it is bold and bashy and brash. And that's a good point, actually. This road, I'm not sure what it's called, it's the B3 something from Crewkern to Lyme Regis. This is a banger. We're kind of bereft of really nice roads down here, but this is an absolute banger. And really, you don't need any, you can't have a superbike on here, it's too much for it. And I was down here on the 390 Duke last year, and my mate the Angry Farmer was on his Fireblade, and I spanked him. It's all about corner speed, and you don't need a big bike for this road. And I think this is perfect. It's going to be perfect for it. Well, I've just got to remember the feds to look out. There's the bastard over there. My camera stopped working, so I've lost all of the nice footage of the lovely road, but it's probably for the best. But anyway, big ups to the wife for fed spotting. Glad I only do 30s and a 30 anyway. Bastard. Wow, welcome to Lyme Regis. I love this place. Love this place. Look at that Jurassic Park. Look at that Jurassic Coast. I don't know what it is. I've come here a lot as a kid. There's obviously plenty of other places to go, but there's something very special about Lyme Regis. It's a shame it fills up with fat in the summertime, but look at that. Well, that's it. I'm going to go and have a pint of Rattler, have some fish and chips on the beach, and enjoy this beautiful day. So yeah, if you'd like to know anything more about this bike, drop a comment, give us a shout, email, whatever. And yeah, right, cider. Ciao, 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 ciao. I just realised I left my plastic film on top of the dash. It's like my dad. He keeps that on for as long as he can on his phone, just to maximise protection. What a bell. That's better.